Okay, Bruce, here's what we're looking at right now. Just to give you a kind of a heads up on what the bow has and the adjustments that need to be made. The first place we're going to go is to the draw stop, which is right here. There's one at both ends of the bow, and what they do is they control the actual draw length of the bow, and they control let off. Now you're not going to see too much let off on the bow because of the fact that it's such low poundage right now. When you look up further, you can see just how much of a gap that there is between the outboard, the end of the outboard, and the actual limb itself. This, when the bow goes up to 29, is going to be reduced. You're only going to probably get maybe about a 3/8 of an inch gap in between the bottom of this limb and the top of the power limb. So that's kind of, I guess, a heads up on what goes on with that. The next thing to look at is the actual string system that I have on the bow. As you can see, this is a little different than what you're normally used to. It actually goes around the limb backwards and then comes over the top, and then it splits off and then goes down. The reason I did this was to make the bow more quiet and to stop the actual movement side to side on the limb. Once you go again up to the larger draw lengths, this part of the string is going to drop onto this silencing pad on here. So just again to make you aware on a few things that as far as the limbs are concerned. Now when you get this, these draw modules are going to be permanent. So because the bow right now as it sits would go up to about 26-inch draw, and what we're going to do is at some point we'll switch out to a different system on here, basically a module. That'll be something I send to you. It won't cost much because we can fit it basically into an envelope. And then what you'll do is you'll take these off and you'll put a new set on. Easy to do. The only thing that you got to do here every once in a while is just make sure that these are tight. Don't over tighten them because they are into bamboo. It's hard enough, it'll hold them. They're not going to blow off the limb. So like I said, there's a couple of things that you'll look for when you get the bow, because obviously these will be taken off the bow. One quick thing on the end, obviously you know about weight bolts. Right now at the low poundage, no issue with how far these are out. There's enough thread in there to hold it, and it's not going to blow out on you. What I do suggest is that on the opposite side of here there is a nut that goes through a machine screw. Just tighten it up. Again, don't over tighten, just enough so you know it's snugged up. Other than that, that's basically it on anything to do with the limbs for draw stop. These cables are the same cables that'll take the bow to 29-inch draw. So you won't have to change these cables out. I will have the links of them here so that I'll be able to make you a set if you need a new set on these. And again, they're small enough to fit in the envelope, so it's not something that's going to be a huge cost to be able to ship them. It'll be minor because it'll be just basically ground in an envelope. Just give me a good, month, 2-month heads up that you're going to need them. The ones that are on here are in good shape. When you look at the strings, what you see is these kind of bridges that go in between. What these do is they reduce the actual width of the string down to a smaller width so that you get better arm clearance going through to here where the grip is. It's so that the kids don't hit their arm. Those are tied in, as you can see, and you have to make sure that all the strands are running in the grooves that these are in. And all it'll do is taking a look at it and making sure that you see exactly the way they run. If you have to take them off or reserve them in when you get new strings put on the bow, then you'll be able to do that, no issue whatsoever. So anyway, that's a lot that has to do with that part. Riser, basically, piece of aluminum. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bolts out at either end. I'm going to push the two limbs together, package them up. I'll mark them top and bottom so that you'll be able to put it back exactly the way it is right now. This is a Flemish twist string. The one that I'm going to ship with it is not going to be a Flemish twist. If you want more of these are a little bit harder to make because the loops are so big. But if you want a couple more of these, just again, we can ship them in an envelope, so it'll be a low shipping cost item. Other than that, basically, again, identical at both ends, right? So hopefully we can get this back together in Australia with you, no issues. If you do, just give me an email and I'll go through it as best as I can again to make sure that you can put it together and not have any issues, and be able to adjust this all the way along through as the kids grow. It's going to be a nice bow for them. It's going to grow with them, and it's extremely accurate. So you know what? Like I said, they're gonna enjoy this. I'm pretty sure they will. Anyway, we'll get this going and get the bow shipped out to you.